Okay, grab your pen or a pencil. What's it going to be today? Did you sit down with a solid goal in mind? Did a particular idea or mental image send you rushing to the drawing table today? Or did you plop down out of habit? Nothing quite in mind. Did you sit just to enjoy the old act of winding something from dust? Of casting a spell on this paper that makes this blank space forever look like something to the eye of another? Whatever brought you here, high energy or low energy, if it got you to start, that's what counts. You have every reason in the world to scribble a bit of nonsense and see what happens. Worried there's no reason to do it if it won't be good? That's just a thought. Feel free to let that slide right through your fingers like cool river water. That it be good is the least important thing you could want from your daily lines. There's a more exploratory mindset you could take on. No, I don't mean exploring whether this sketch is good or bad. I mean uncovering something in it. Recognize the potential. Some errant line, some lucky touch, some misty value could suggest to you anything, a whole world. It could strike the center of your mind and unfold a scene as big as you could hope for. Whole story, anything. It could happen as surely as if your best friend was telling you a story, or as strongly as the stickiest line of a great film. It's very odd, but you really can experience something that came from within this daily scrawl as something that comes from without, loaded with things unimagined and chances for excitement. I mean, who knows, really? The book you write for the rest of your life, or the masterpiece painting that you think of for the next 20 years, might be sitting there, right on the other side of this silver mirror of ash and pulp. Just dig it out. Dig it out. You might find it. Go looking. Find what's in there. There's a reason you find the blank white page intimidating, but it's not fear. It's awe. On the other side of that sheet is a space of potential so much wider than you can imagine. And that's intimidating. That's natural. To navigate this space is your skill. That is the dance you've chosen to live. I don't feel like I'm talking to artists in the current sense right now. No, I'm talking to shamans. You who need to put this stuff out there, who simply must pull constantly from the unknown and make it known. That's an old job, an older job than the current conception of artist. Art is important. We all forgot why we can't quite put it into words, not in ones everyone agrees with, but we know it with our bones instead. Everything about us makes us do it. Something older than the memories of this mind knows it needs to happen. Not anything you could ever explain, but something needs to happen. If today you draw for just 10 minutes, you get to be a branch on this old tree of artists. A long lineage that goes back, all the way back. It doesn't even really matter if your branch on this tree fruits or dies. Not to the whole tree, at least. The tree needs to branch in many directions. It does not mourn the spindly or weak shoots. That's part of our own human pretension to weigh them that way. The tree simply needs to grow. And that will show it what will work and what will not. So, be as the tree. Grow. A tree doesn't know its goal. It only goes up. And all it has to do to go up is grow. So go ahead, wind and branch and wither and fruit. And you'll learn quite well what way things must go. You'll be your own gnarled thing before long, majestic in your tormented twists and turns. Who knows, someday you might be burnt out, shot through with a bolt that split you in two. But you know what? Just like a tree, you don't know when or if that bolt's coming. You don't get to choose that. So goddamn it, we'd better leave behind a beautiful husk, big and burnt and wild. There's a dead lightning-struck tree at Sequoia National Park. It's called Broken Arrow. It's in a wood of living giants that happens to include the largest tree in the world. I love that broken arrow more than any living tree in the place, man. It's broken so strangely as to seem impossible for its size. Like it's just gonna snap off any second. It's so tense. In its end, it is quite remarkable. But to get there, it needed to grow first. Get your 10 minutes in today. And the next day, and the next. I don't care if you're drawing on the side of a building or on a napkin in a dim bar. That way you grow. That way you go up. And don't worry so much about whether this twig will be the one or if this is the bough that will grow thick. That will handle itself anyway, to be chosen by rain and sunlight. All right, another 10 minutes. I am so thankful to be practicing with you. Let's draw again soon.